crock pot. Do you see what I'm saying? And also, I'd use a mannequin instead of your body to. If you're, are you selling clothing?
Really?
Clothing, I get it.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing. And also, it's important to use a voicemail as your primary contact number. Do not put your home, your work number, or your cell number on your account. So these are things that I think that you can do just to prevent it from being a dangerous thing. I'm not saying that selling online is dangerous, but I'm saying that you have to take special precautions while doing it just to make sure that you keep yourself and your information safe.
Especially if you're selling like Lord of the Rings stuff.
Well, are you afraid of Lord of the Rings?
That just brings out all the goofballs.
Oh, and make sure that your seller information, you want to be genderless. Don't be, blonde bombshell 21. Do something else like Coach House 45. Do something that's completely not with gender, like completely female. Just do something that is very, very neutral. What are you going to be selling, seller, just out of curiosity?
I was looking at selling. It's like there's a lot of kind of vintage clothes that I have.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So anyway, I mean, it's like they're odds. I mean, I wouldn't be. Most of them don't fit me anyway, so it's not like I'd be, putting them, taking pictures of myself anyhow.
Are they vintage because you just don't wear them anymore, or are they?
It depends.
Well, I would say.
I mean, I have lots of vintage clothes, but that's just because I'm old as dirt. I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out.
If they're women items, be careful also to be aware that it's not just women that are going to be looking at the items, that sometimes men do too. And if you're selling clothes, to be careful of fetish type items that you may not think are fetishy, but to somebody else. For example, used nightgowns, shoes, bikinis, lingerie. All of these things that you may be thinking you're selling to women could be considered fetish type items to men. So be aware of that when you sell your vintage items.
Caller, you should see right now. Candace has her arms on her hips, and you just take those people and you watch those fetish items. She is just really shaking them down.
And also use a PO box. Don't use your home return address. I always tell people I'm a great advocate of PO boxes. So when you have like a return address for your buyer, to make sure that it's a PO box, don't give him your home address.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much.
Jimmy, help you out, and good luck with that vintage clothing.
Thank you.
All right.
I hope it rocks.
All right. Thanks.
So, do people actually put their picture on eBay? I've never actually seen.
Sometimes
people.
what they do is they're wearing the clothing item,
and usually
so
I see mannequins.
Yeah, you see mannequins, but sometimes people stand against the wall, and then they take their picture, and then.
Or the other thing that some people do is they kind of cut the head off, so you don't see that. You just see
but
the
your
clothing.
body still shows, and sometimes if you got a hot rockin' body, then somebody's going to be like, "Oh,
creepy.
Can we see the rest of you or whatever?" I had a friend that happened to, and she was wearing a nice, cute outfit, and women would have thought, oh, it's a cute picture, but to somebody else who's scoping around, they're going to be like, oh, who's that? If it's a guy.
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have to be careful.
How does something turn into fetish wear? Like, where would you draw the line?
Well, some people collect things that are fetishy that we think are normal, like women's high heels, normal to women. However, to some men, they're considered a fetish item.
Like rubber or leather or...
Oh, no. Somebody's got their own... Blythe is hitting you.
What?
If I was not across the table from you, I'd be hitting you, too.
You know what? Berets. I love berets.
Maybe you would like 3 hot Asian women hitting you right now
I
at
would.
the same time.
That's the kind of hottie help I desire.
But yeah, I mean, those types of items, especially shoes, like I said, boots, nightgowns, bikinis, lingeries, things that we're just thinking about just selling.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting in the closet. You're not going to wear them anymore. Especially if they're used, they can become fetishy. Gina's like, oh, I'm so disgusting, but it's true.
That is
so and to also look at the eBay, seller beware section where they talk about what you can do and what are some helpful hints to make sure you can be safe on eBay while you sell items. You should go ahead and take a look at that section before you start selling as well.
I mean, it just to me seemed like, go on eBay and make money, but it's great that you brought up all these potential trouble spots.
Yeah, no, when she asked the question, I was like, well, why? I don't understand.
I saw you're making that look like, come on, it's just eBay.
Come on, lady.
Back off.
But that's what a lot of people think. People think, oh, I'm just going to do this. There's no harm in it. And you have to be careful in that because there are other people out there that are kind of scoping eBay, looking for things that may become, fetishy to them. And
exactly. Speaking of fetishes, you were on Jimmy Kimmel. Is that right?
He loves Jimmy Kimmel.
I was. That was fun. I was actually talking about generic. I was a Korean hottie.
Wow.
That's what I was. That was my.
Is that your background, Korean?
Hottie.
Or is Hottie your background?
Hottie.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
You are Korean?
I am Korean, yes.
Absolutely. Okay. And
Korean American.
Korean American. Very cool. Very cool. And earlier I heard you guys saying this. I'm not just, saying, oh, she's Korean American. She does martial arts, right? You do martial arts, is that correct?
I do.
Because both you and Candace have a martial arts background, right? Somewhat?
Yeah, we spar sometimes.
Mm-hmm. We get
Really?
mad, we fight each other. I pull her hair, and she pulls
It's
it.
fun.
What was that? What was that strange instrument? Not the nunchuck. There was some strange instrument you guys were talking about. A martial arts
Oh,
instrument.
Kupaton.
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 Yeah.
It's a self-defense weapon.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I
like-
have it in my
I'm
back pocket
using my
right
hands
now.
right now, and I'm swinging around the studio. So.
She has an imaginary Kupaton she carries at all times, guys. So back off.
Back off.
And you were also on Robbery Homicide Division, which I think is awesome.
I was. That was fun, too. I was actually in a fight scene for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about weeds? Were you smoking? Were you smoking it on weeds?
I wasn't smoking the ganj. I was, she
Yeah?
was smoking
Good?
hot. I was smoking hot.
man,
Yeah.
okay.
That was fun, too. I actually shot the pilot, and they brought
Really?
me back. Yeah, and then they brought me back as another character.
Oh.
So that was fun. It was right when it first started, so it was kind of no shows like that. So I was excited about that, and again, the cast was awesome.
I had a friend who got a song on that. The song was called Satan, Lend Me a Dollar. And it was a song on weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Speaking
It's a little
of
dark.
As I say, speaking of smoking hot, I was going to go back to what we were saying, is that you were so freaking smoking hot.
Who?
Melanie
Who are you
J.
talking
and the
about? Melanie
Italian
J.
Job.
Oh, and the Italian Job. We missed that.
I'm talking hot. I saw the movie. You've got to watch
Really?
it.
It's a really good movie.
She
Is
plays-
it Marky Mark or who's in this one?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
His name's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Marky Mark. I love him.
I think it's Marky
Was
Mark
the Funky
too.
Bunch there too? Did he have his
Yeah.
underwear out? Did he pull the underwear up? People don't realize
I
Marky
wanted to
Mark
see that.
created the whole underwear thing
The
where your
Calvin
underwear
Klein
pulls
underwear
up.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for every little, obnoxious junior high kid you see with their underwear sticking up, we have a call
he
coming in.
started.
He did. We have a call coming.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Here's a wonderful transition. Hey, caller, you're on the air. How do you help? Hello.
Well, hello.
Do you have a question for one of our group of hotties? We have a quad of hotties here today.
A quad.
Yeah, 4.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
I have a question for Candace.
Sure.
Okay.
Actually, for any of the ladies there, I'm always concerned about email, and I'm wondering if you have any advice on keeping my email safe.
Well, fair enough.
Sure, I do. Does anybody else here? Because we have so many hotties here. Blythe?
What did she say? I'm sorry. Email.
Blythe is zoning out.
Oh, no, I can't
no,
hear.
you can't hear.
I
Oh,
don't
she
know.
was saying, is there any advice anybody has for email? How to keep your email safe?
Well, I think not putting your name in your email
Very good.
would be a good
Yeah.
start.
Absolutely. And also, I would say don't reveal your password to anyone. Anybody else. One more person is too much. You want to change your passwords often, too. And sometimes we all forget. Like, I
do
forget.
that.
Yeah, I forget to do that, and I try to make a point to change it quite often. And then I always tell Doug this.